Hello, the Joshua Ibanji here. Welcome to Greatness Power Pod. Today I'll be talking about discovering purpose. I was talking about discovering God. You see, our discovery of God is infinite. It does not have an end. You see, but even in God, there is something or a large room we call the subject of purpose. And I'll be narrowing it down with a story. You see, in a discovery of God, purpose is the major factor at which we glide through destiny. When God created man, man was not created as a finality but a possibility. So what it means is that man was a progressive being. It means that there was something that God put on our inside that would further bet realities in our destiny. So I just like to share a story. In my quest for purpose in life, I started to pray to God, while I was younger, and then God started to speak to me, and He started to show me certain things in my destiny. And then I pressed down, further during, my NYC year where I served in Port Harcourt, and I discovered, that God would have me, serve Him and do ministry full time. It was not an easy decision because I'd done electrical engineering. I had an engineering degree while I went to the university, and such an awesome time, but that's what God will have me do. So I started to press into God that I cannot do this journey on my own, and I need your help. I need mentors. I need persons who have gone ahead. And then the Lord reminded me and told me that I made a prayer while I was on campus that I wanted Him to help me, even if I was going into ministry. And I told Him that the same way you have helped Bishop Oyedepo, I want you to help me. And then time after time, step after step. But I noticed that there was a void for me. Now, I'm sharing this story because these are signposts for us to be able to understand how sometimes purpose unveil. They unveil sometimes most of the things that we are looking for in life. They are in other persons trying to find fulfillment in our own lives. For instance, there is always somebody you would like to, be like in destiny. There's always somebody you admire. There's somebody you want to, model after in life and destiny. And then I started to tell God, I want you to give me great pastors that I can follow. Give me great mentors that I can follow. And you know what? During my NYC, I was dating my fiancée, who is my wife now. I was in Port Harcourt and she was in Lagos. And then something funny happened. And then I came for a 1 month holiday in Lagos. Holiday. 1 month holiday in Lagos. And then that 1 month holiday has cascaded into something I call a journey of destiny. I came to Lagos in November 5th, 2020, during the COVID year, and I came to see my fiancé on a 1 month holiday. But then I would press into the Lord, and I would ask Him for direction and purpose in life. And then, God will start to speak to me and tell me different things. Go and pray here, go and retreat here, you and your fiancé, pray about certain things, pray that God should, pray that I should satisfy you early in life, and then we went off those series of pocket retreats and different things. And then it would happen that I started to have a desire to have a pastor. And I said to God, what will you have me do? And then, I'd gone to different churches in and around Lagos. And then when I went to Global Impact Church, I saw Pastor Yemi Davids and I was like, wow, this is who I want to model after. This is who I want to be my pastor, just in my heart. And then the second service, it was a week where it was a ministers conference just immediately after that first week. So I attended the ministers conference, and then it was such a great meeting. And then the Sunday after the ministers conference, I wanted to stream church online that Sunday, believe me. And then the next thing I heard was that during the announcement for the third service was that Bishop Oyedepo was going to be coming to the good land to meet Pastor Yemi David. That was really very coincidental for me because I prayed to God to be like him, and then now He's coming to, where I wanted to make my church for a month and go back to Port Harcourt. And then it was so funny. Then I said, okay, if Bishop is going to come here, I'll be here, because I'd met him, back in university while I did some, leadership work there in Landmark University. Just like a dream of the night, he came that day. And then before leaving the house, the Holy Spirit told me that I was going to meet him and there was going to be like a transference. I didn't know what it meant. But until he came, and then the two persons he came with, they were from my university. And those persons saw me and they embraced me so well. I said, "Oh, how are you, boy? How are you?" I said, "I'm fine. I'm doing very fine." And then the next place I'll find myself, to cut the story short, is I found myself where Bishop Oyedepo was, my pastor, Pastor Bimbo Davids and Pastor Godman Akilabi, where they were. And then the next thing I would see was that they opened the door for me. And then I met Bishop Oyedepo and I greeted him, and then my pastor was there as well. That was a Kairos moment in my destiny. That was a Kairos moment. I'm telling you, in chasing and fulfilling your purpose, one of the things that you should pray to God to never miss are Kairos moments. Ever since that period, I've never gone to Port Harcourt. I've gone to Port Harcourt, based on ministry assignment, with my pastor and all that. But I've never gone to Port Harcourt on my own to pack my load and all that. So I knew that these were moments that destiny was calling, and God wanted me to learn and teach me things along with the prayers that I have made. One thing that will enhance your purpose in life is giving. You must always pray to God to give you direction. Purpose without direction will end in futility. In fact, your purpose will be an activity in futility if you have not channeled them through the right frames of telling God about them. So if I didn't, speak to God about those things, some of those things would have not shown up in my destiny. So for a young person here, one of the prayers that you should pray in your retreats and everything is that you need to pray to God to satisfy you early, for God to give you uncommon mentors and people that will speak into your life, that will make your life have a shift and transition. So in discovery of purpose, men are very, 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 very important. To discover purpose, you must discover those that God has placed on your path in order for your purpose to blossom and make meaning. Thank you.